Roll it! Why is the mayor of Southfield, Michigan afraid of this? Because it's the sword of truth. Watch. We told you how the dirt at Northland Mall is poisoned, and they dumped it in Detroit, and now Detroit's poisoned. Well, this guy, Southfield Mayor Ken Siver, called me a sensationalist and a liar. Kind of reminds me of this guy.
It's a bunch of nonsense.
So this guy, the mayor of Southfield, wanted proof. I said I'd bring it by, and he agreed to a 1 o'clock interview, Monday. 1 o'clock appointment with the mayor?
So I've been told that he's not coming in today.
Oh, he's not coming in today.
I know he's not here because I've been looking for him. As you can see, I'm out of breath.
You want to give me an interview? I'll show you.
I don't even know what this is about. I just heard soil and that's it, so I don't have anything.
Northland Mall.
The city doesn't have any.
The city has no documents on the soil testing.
After you have the 2016, so anything past that.
After 2016, when the mayor told everybody bring the dirt in, nobody ever tested that.
I don't know about nobody.
Okay.
We didn't, and we don't have the reports because that we didn't have it's not our property, it's not our dirt.
But before you sold the property, it was.
I'm gonna advise him.
Well, you're the lawyer.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk
I'm
about
answering,
what he did to
my answer is in response to your FOIA. We responded is what I'm saying.
No testing. What do you mean they never tested the dirt? Wow. Eventually, they did give me someone to talk to, but I think the guy was a plant. Why in the world would a mayor not let his people know that they are possibly being poisoned? It's a major scandal, and the enjoyers learned that the feds are now on the case. And the mayor, he's gone missing. So back to the cops I went. How you doing? I'd like to file a missing persons report, please.
Okay, what's going on? Who's missing?
Mayor Ken Siver, he was supposed to give me an interview at 1 o'clock, and it's nowhere to be found. Or his courage. Can I file a missing courage report?
Can't do a missing courage report.
Can't do a missing courage report.
Can't.
Okay, we'll do it ourselves then. Thank you for your service. Is this the hole-in-one?
It's a hole-in-one, $50,000 if you hit it.
Luke Nowacki, Financial Wealth Management. What is 50 grand after tax?
37,750.
What about state tax?
Yeah, I'm throwing both in there.
What about sales tax?
There's no sales tax.
Well, you're buying the beer.
It's income.
You'll buy the beer.
We write that off.
Luke Nowacki. 248 Wealth Management. 663-4748 for sound financial advice.
Live from downtown Detroit, it's the No Bullshit News Hour with my main man, Charlie LeDuff and Karen Dumas.
Just in breaking news. No more bullshit. No more bullshit.
Bear with us as Mark Show Killer Fellauer is on an airplane back from the Caribbean. Indeed. So we've got Show Killer Jr., my daughter, the Gen Zer, Claudette LeDuff, and her boyfriend, Finn, over here. Finn?
Hello.
Finn, why did I wake up the other day and you were coming out of the basement, Finn?
Just hanging out.
My man. I like that hand. I'm just hanging out, man. That's all we need to know. I don't need to know anything else. I got to wash it from my eyes. Now listen, Finn, I'm getting some advice as a young man. Do not wear prissy deodorants. Stuff that cakes and sticks on you. Undude-like stuff. Go to shopmando.com. Get a starter pack. It comes with the deodorant stick. Here, try it. Smell that. Nice.
It's pretty good.
It's
fresh.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, fresh. Don't you be fresh with my daughter. All right? You do no Old Spice stick around my daughter. You go to... you can get the body wash, the deodorant wipes, cream tube deodorant. Go to shopmando.com. Use the code NOBS. 20% off site-wide and free shipping. Okay, so, Claude, flip it. Flip it. My monologue. What's going on? Oh. Okay. All right. Now, let me explain what's going on. We got new friends, Ken.
Oh, yeah?
We got Mike Duggan, who's running away, afraid of us, will not put it. He's running for governor, and he won't put us on the media list. We'd like to cover his public appearances, but he's afraid. He's afraid because we're there, right, Ken?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, Detroit, I know, folks, I know. We're going to get to it all. I know there's 10,000 nurses threatening to strike. I know 3,000 people got laid off from the GM Factory Zero. I know they took GM's name off the Renaissance Center, put the Marriott. I know. There's a lot of stuff going on. But this has the people of Southfield outraged. This is now a region-wide thing. You have to make your decision for governor. Now I'm hearing I'm going to moderate a debate of the Republican candidates for governor, and apparently they're shitting themselves, worried that they might get asked a real question, which I promise you they will. I think that's April 30th. We'll let you know as it gets closer. But let's go back to Southfield. Now, I phoned the mayor of Southfield, and he picked up on the second bell. Hello, Ken Siver, he said. And I said, yes, sir, this is Charlie LeDuff from the Michigan Enjoyer. First, a prolonged silence. Then, I don't want to talk to you, he hissed. You're a sensationalist. You twist things. You have trouble with the truth. Now, after 30 years in the news business, I've gotten used to being called an ist, misogynist, plagiarist, urinologist, now a fictionalist, now a sensationalist. I mean, and who knows? Because before he got into politics, Siver did teach ninth grade journalism. Did you ever take journalism in ninth grade?
I did not.
Serious stuff. Now, His Honor was complaining about Ken and I's series of reports chronicling what is starting to look like the mass poisoning of Metro Detroit with the scandal emanating from the center of his city. In short, at Siver's urging, the city of Southfield bought the old Northland Mall thinking they could redevelop it. To fill the miles of tunnels beneath the mall, Siver had leftover construction dirt hauled in from around the area. Mountains of it. Mountains. It blew over everything. Businesses complained. Businesses moved out. Citizens complained. It was everywhere. Now, the city claims, as you saw, it has no record of having ever tested this dirt that was trucked in. When city leaders finally realized they were too dumb for development, they went into partnership with a private developer who was fighting a string of lawsuits trailing him across the country. Now, the dirt, and even the new developer said so, was supposed to go into a landfill. Clean, fluffy dirt doesn't go into a landfill. Clean, fluffy dirt is sold to the city of Detroit to fill its demolition holes. But it wasn't clean, fluffy dirt. Instead, it got diverted from Southfield to Detroit, where it was used to fill those demolition holes, and everybody made money that way. Everybody but the people living next to the Northland dirt. Because once we got onto it, then the police got onto it, the inspector general got onto it, they exhumed the soil from Northland, and tests reveal that the soil is so contaminated that it is too toxic for direct human contact. Let that sink in. Now, the No Bullshit News Hour and the Michigan Enjoyer, in a joint operation, have learned that the organized crime unit of the Detroit Police Department has referred its case to the state and federal authorities. Whoa, Mike, Ken, Johnny Fed's on your ass now. In the meantime, mountains of the stuff remain piled high at the old Northland Mall site. Poor Ken having to suck it in while it's blowing over the neighborhood like a cancerous dust devil. So what does Siver do about it? Nothing. He buries his head and fails to inform the citizens. Now, what kind of leader does that? No leader at all. Now, I'm not the mayor anywhere, but if I were the mayor of Detroit or Southfield or Podunk, I know I do everything in my power to protect my people. Instead, we get name calling and cover up. I wouldn't know about the dirt, Siver squealed. I was told it was clean. Now, Siver claimed he had no soil test results, despite telling his community for years that the dirt was safe. Where's your proof? He hissed. I told Silver I had transcripts from 8 whistleblowers involved directly in the scandal. Filmed clips, including an interview he himself gave a decade ago. I'm going to show them to you in a minute. Why not? Since Kenny doesn't want to see them. Now, I got government reports, environmental consent agreements, soil analytics. I told him I'd be happy to show him the materials, and he agreed to an interview. I arrived at Southfield City Hall at the appointed hour with Ken Monday at 1 o'clock. In fact, Ken was there 15 minutes early to set up the cameras because Ken is a professional, Finn. He's punctual. He shows up on time and he goes the extra mile. Unlike your generation. But don't be like them, right? Because look what we did to you. Look at the boomers. You know what the boomers are called?
Yeah.
Before they were called boomers? The me generation.
Yeah.
Okay,
Everybody
all the
forgets that
protests, Vietnam, the war in 68. The protests really started in 1968, the mass marches. Because you know what else happened in 1968? The draft. So nobody had anything to say as long as they didn't have to pull the wagon. I'm not saying I agree with Vietnam because I didn't, but that's what you get. What happened to those people? They're running shit now. And look what they're doing to us. Detroit, Southfield. We're going to go into it later again because I didn't quite last week nail it. The mayor of Jackson, Mississippi, who gets involved in a sting with its roots up here, and he's taking bribes on a yacht in Miami. Like it's Johnny fucking Brasco. Is this making sense? Well, we elect people to look out for us, and they hurt us. I'm so sick of it. Now, I was told by the receptionist that Siver had called in to say that he would not be coming into the office. You all just heard that. The weasel ducked me. Do you like that phrase? The weasel duck. Get it?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. As I stood in the lobby staring at that potted plant, I began to think of it. Mayor Mike Duggan of Detroit and Mayor Ken Siver of Southfield. 2 white guys leading majority black cities. 2 Democrats who made their careers spewing empty dogma, tossing around trendy phrases like environmental racism while perpetrating it in plain sight. When caught, they deny, they name call, and they use the machinery, our machinery, of municipal politics to cover it up, and everybody's going along with it. Now, I might be a sensationalist, but those 2 guys just got a federal case. Siver will have to come to the office eventually, and I'll be there. Now, in the meantime, I hope the Southfield police locate your courage. What do you make of it, kid?
I mean, one, if I had something to hide, you're the last person I'd want to see, I think. I think you'd get to the bottom of it, but I think it's no good. I didn't know much about the soil stuff until I really started paying attention to the show. And I drive by Northland Mall all the time, and I look at it, I'm like, I can't believe nobody knows about it.
Okay, and so you drive by and you see the mountains
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Right? And all the bullshit that's in it, the cement pipes, and right?
You can see it right there. Big, huge chunks of concrete right there. Not the fluffy dirt.
Mountains of asphalt back there, right? I'm told, like, I'm scoping it, so I don't have it confirmed. I'm told there's a topsoil business being run out of there. How could that? It's a super fun site. They got rung up. The developer, the new one, he had his guys illegally ripping the asbestos out of there and stuffing it down the elevator shafts. They got caught. They were putting it in dumpsters and letting it sit there. It was blowing over the neighborhood. And then to find, you didn't test this?
It was a pretty windy day when we went there too. And you can imagine those mountains, the tops were coming right up. I mean, they're already mesas. You got their maces because the tops have blown off in the wind, and that is not clean stuff. I thought it was funny. Before we went to dinner, we got there about 12:45-ish, right? And we were in there. And what did we see? We saw the health department lady coming out with some guy, and they were checking liquor stores who were selling cigarettes.
Yeah.
And that was their big health there. The health department. Oh, here's all of our lists. We check and make sure, and we give them a certificate if they don't sell to minors. And we told, hey, health lady, there's a big environmental disaster happening right before it. Do you know what's in that dirt? And we told her some of the chemicals. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good luck with that.
They were proud of their work, and I'm proud of the work, and I'm proud that they're proud of their work. It's good work to do. Keep the vapes out of the.
But that's what they're focused on. They're focused on the people who consensually put chemicals in their body, not the people who live by Northland who have no choice but to breathe that stuff in.
Now the people of Southfield are stirred up now because there's no journalism in Southfield. Like the Detroit News and Free Press back in the day, they would have bureaus, Western Wake County, Southfield, like paid attention. Since have to call you later, sir. Now there's nothing, and I'm told the people are like really stirred up about this, and so they're.
Did you know 3 of the 4 TV stations? Do you know where they're located?
Where?
Southfield. They're headquartered in Southfield. 3 of the 4. Only Channel 4 is in Detroit, right? Just a block or two from where we are right now. But all 3 of those, the big CBS Detroit, Southfield, Channel 7, Southfield, Fox 2 Detroit, Southfield. This is right in their own backyard, and they've been ignoring it for about a decade.
It's crazy. So apparently, with the people stirred up, the mayor's got a newsletter. So write what you want, dude. I can't wait. So he's telling people, I don't listen to that guy. He's washed up, a has been, and it's like, you don't know me very well, bro. You don't know. And I got some Gen Zs here. You guys subscribe to the Detroit News or the Free Press? No. Do you guys watch channel 62, 2, 4, or 7? No, you don't know. Okay. So, like, where do you get your news?
Social media mainly. Yeah.
Social media, and you'll and that'll refer podcasts, right? It'll refer you to citizen journalists, right? Yeah. Now the guy was teaching journalism in 1975 to middle school kids. Okay. I guess I left on purpose because Ken left on purpose because I started this racket in the 90s when newspapers were big. Oh, geez, here comes the internet. Do you know when I was at Cal Berkeley? Thank you very much. We had some guys from Silicon Valley come in and like taught us to code a website, like close parentheses, HF could close. And so this was high stuff, right? And I got video to work. I actually was making a documentary and got video clips, and they were like, wow, this guy. So from there, I go to the New York Times, and I want to do videos and columns. And I was the first guy probably in the country to do it. And then I did it across the country for the Times. And I came to Detroit News and did it. And we're doing it now. So I'm like the OG. So I'm telling you something, Ken. Not Ken. You Ken, the other Ken.
Mayor Ken.
Oh, we got conspiracy Ken.
Yeah, that's Mayor Ken.
Yeah, we got Mayor Ken. Kenny. No, dude, you got... What I'm trying to say is the technology just kept changing and changing and changing and changing. And it's hard enough just doing the journalism and the editing and then the text changing, and it's a slog. But if you're still in the game, you're not washed up. You're a vanguard.
You're growing.
Yeah, because my phone's off the hook today, and everybody else is looking for some help because there's nothing going on. And no, Ken, Mayor Ken, it's not going away. We're going to get the answer. Here, let me tell you how this is going to go, sir. You're going to test it, and you're going to remove it. And that place is a disaster. And I'm talking to construction specialists, et cetera, et cetera. Could be as much as $100 million to properly clean it up, remove the parking lot, which isn't removed, get those holes filled in, get the asbestos out of there. I will help you raise the $100 million. I will, because the people did not do this. You know, look, we were having a BLT, and would you have the chicken lemon soup?
Yeah, chicken lemon rice.
It's quite good,
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
it?
really good.
Yeah, he was like, it's very tasty. So we're sitting there, and two elderly people, man and his wife, come by. They shake our hand and they ask what we're doing, and we told him. And he lit up, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
He said, "I wonder what's been taking so long over there." He was just kind of shocked to learn. Like, why is nobody being told? So, all right, we got those clips that Ken, this was Easter weekend, Finn. Ken and I are like, we're going to put the time in. We would just like to watch some basketball, have a few drinks, right? Eat some mostaccioli. I don't know what you do for Easter. And so we edited up a little bit of stuff that we could show the mayor. Do we have that? So clip one, what the whistleblower say. This is where it began.
It was supposed to all be diverted directly to the landfill, but
And
they diverted it into the city to backfill the residential properties that was part of when they were tearing down all the houses.
Other addresses, other residential addresses on our tickets sometimes. We never put down that it came from Northland. There was an address right up Grand River somewhere, I remember. But all in all, the dirt was coming from Northland the whole time.
Pause. You know what that was? What you just saw? That's the guys supposed to be going to the landfill and moving it to Detroit. And there's like undercover shit going on. Mr. Mayor, I'll have you know that the organized crime unit and now the federal authorities have those guys' logbooks, their manifests, right? That's how they're tracking it to Detroit and figured out what to dig out. Like, dude, it came from you. It's too hot to touch. And if you don't believe that, here's the Inspector General, the one of Detroit, the one who's investigating it. Listen to what he says about it.
Approximately 89% exceeded the state-approved pollutant limits for residential properties. 29 sites exceeded the state's direct contact safety threshold. This means approximately 62% of the properties filled by Guyanga and tested at that time were found to be unsafe for direct human contact.
Pause. What did he just say?
Says it's unsafe for human contact.
Unsafe for human contact. Okay, we got
Unsafe to touch, unsafe to breathe in the dust.
unsafe to bury in the ground. Okay, now you drive by, Fid. You drive by the old Northland site. We got mounds of shit.
A lot of stuff.
I swear, like we stand there, people walk up, they see the camera. What are you doing, newsman? And they just say, I wondered. That's not good enough. Not for my people. It's not. Now, the dirt was never tested. We heard that directly from city officials, right? From the city attorney, from the mayor, from the clerk. That's what we heard. Here's the mayor talking to Fox 2 back in 2017 when they started bringing the dirt in. Roll it.
Meanwhile, the former mall site is costing the city around $6 million, money they hope to recoup once the new plans come to life. In the meantime, the land isn't going to waste, it's storing it.
They're stockpiling dirt, clean dirt for free, and storing it on site because we have the space.
How do we know that's clean?
You don't. You have no idea.
That was Dave Spencer for Fox 2. How you doing, Dave? Now, he goes, while the city waits to put some plans in place, it's not going to waste. It's going to store waste. What are you doing, dude? Okay, so here's the breaking news. Here's the scumminess of it. Want to hear the scummery?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We're going to get to the other news. Just wait. Okay, here's the scummery. So the Detroit Police Department is investigating, right? Their jurisdiction. And the reason they're investigating is they want to bring criminal charges against the contractor, Guyanga, Brian McKinney, who was sleeping with the new mayor at the time, who was a creation of the old mayor at the time. They need criminal charges in order to ban him for life from ever working in this city. So here's what happened. Ready? Ooh. City, by decree of City Hall, that means the mayor, Mary Sheffield, who has close relationship with this contractor, instructed the Detroit Police Organized Crime Unit to take their findings and give them to the federal authorities and to the state environmental department. Do the federal authorities have jurisdiction here? Has federal money been used? No, it was city money. The feds moved glacially. Are the feds going to move on this? Does the Department of the Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy have any law enforcement authority?
Nope.
No. So they were instructed specifically to give it to the Department of Environment and the feds, but not to give it to the Wayne County prosecutor or the Attorney General of Michigan, who has been the one bringing people to court, getting convictions in this. So there's no case going to the AG. Or is there? That's later. What a sneaky fucking move. Again, they do not want to protect the people. They want to protect their careers.
Protect themselves. That's the name of the game.
Are you aware this is going on in your generation, that this kind of shit goes on?
I mean, I think... So I feel like we are now more than we used to be. I feel like people my age are more conscious of what's going on, but generally speaking, no. I mean,
that's normal. That's normal, right?
I have hope. I have hope for this generation as they get older, as they engage with the bureaucracy, as they, go try to build a shed on your property, see how many permits you have to get. They get disillusioned a lot. And I think this generation, they have a lower tolerance, I think, than previous ones. So once they run into that bureaucracy, then I've seen a lot of young people become hardcore conservatives just with their interaction with government. They're done with it, I think. A lot of them are.
That's conspiracy, Ken. He wants everything to be conservative. It's just got to be human, because your generation, which is interesting to me, is probably more mature, and you don't get credit for it, than previous ones. Like, you're a teenager thinking about a house. How am I going to get one? Or you're in high school thinking about, how will I ever afford health insurance? Mm-hmm. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, who's driving tonight? How are we getting beer? And it's like, it's monumental, and it's got to stop. Now, let me try to do what I did last week. Wait for it, folks. Get this. See if I can do this. If I'm off track, let me know. Okay. The FBI is trying to entrap the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi, capital of Mississippi. So the FBI creates a fake construction company and comes up with a plan to build downtown hotel in Jackson, or whatever it was. $55 million project. It was a fake company, a fake LLC. It was, I forget the name of it, SRT, something to this effect. So if the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi Googles this company, he knows it's fake, right? So the FBI needs a real company to also put their name on their fake proposal to entrap this guy. The company that they team up with for this sting operation against the mayor of Jackson is the one developing Northland Mall. Mm-hmm. Contour companies. Okay, so how does this end up? The mayor of Jackson, the DA of Jackson, and the city council president are flown to Miami on a private jet. Strip clubs, premium liquor, and the exchange happens on a luxury yacht, just like the movie Donnie Brasco. Okay? Their trial starts in June.
The allegation is they were taking bribes.
They were taking bribes from developers.
Right.
Okay. It was actually the FBI, and their company they used to push this sting was Contour. Now ask yourself, is Contour doing this because they're good American citizens and they want corruption cleaned up? Or could it be the FBI's already got them caught up in something else and you're going to cooperate? And if the mayor of Jackson calls, here's your script, here's what you say. I don't know. But Mayor Kenny, I've got documents and I'm getting more. The request for proposal. How many developers approached you to redevelop that place? How did you find contour companies? So we're like Miami, Jackson, Mississippi, the guy dumping in Detroit. He's curating art shows in Zurich, Switzerland. We got Zurich in Miami and Jackson and a pile of fucking poison dirt. This is unbelievable.
Yeah. Contour's not doing this out of the goodness of their heart.
They may be. Wait.
I'll say this. If you're a legitimate company, right, and the FBI, we want you to do this fake thing, right, and ensnare these people, I'm thinking, okay, there's a patriotic duty here, but also in the future, other people are going to look you up for businesses, and they're going to see this was part of an FBI sting. You're risking your reputation because legitimate people may not want to do business with you because they think you're part of the FBI, and criminals definitely don't want to do business with you.
Right.
So you're kind of fucking yourself.
So we don't have.
So it's a huge thing for these guys to just do it out of the goodness of their heart.
So
I'm very doubtful of that.
Well, we don't have an answer, do we?
We don't, but that's just my pure speculation.
I didn't take 9th grade journalism, but I'm responsible. Don't quite have the answer yet.
Nope.
But it's odd.
It's hugely odd.
That's odd. Very odd. So it being odd, and you have a relationship with the feds, this company, and now this whole snap, this more than a snap, this whole fuck up, right, is now sitting in the feds' lap. Are the feds willing to push forward with this? Or is it what's done is done, make it go away, and we just move on? I refuse. That's not a leader. Now, we'll get to some local news here real quick. Do you got XG Services Group lined up? Oh, yeah, no. Well, when it rains, the power goes out. And when the power goes out, the internet goes out. When the internet goes out, I call my friend Matt and Bernie at XG Service Group. Look at Bernie here on his hands and knees, giving it everything he's got. Look at that man crack. So busy, he forgot to wear a belt. There's Matt right there getting the board together. That's 734-245-4100 if you need Matt and Bernie to come take care of your voice over internet, your security cameras, off-campus access control, Wi-Fi, and cameras for homes and business. They'll design it for you. You got restaurants, they do drive-through systems, railroad cameras for public safety, total wireless camera systems for your home and business. Yeah, that's right. Call XG Services at 734-245-4100. XG Service Group. Now, I'm going to go out of order because speaking of electricity.
Nope.
Just days after regulators approved a $300 million electric rate hike effective May 1st, Consumer Energy filed notice of a new rate case set for June 2nd, covering costs through 2028. So since 2020, our rates have gone up $800 million. And they say they need to so we can, maintain the grid. Then what the fuck are we paying for in the first place?
I don't know.
See, these places are guaranteed profit, guaranteed return on equity.
Why are they allowed to advertise? I've never understood that.
It's just like the pharmaceutical companies. You advertise not to get people to, buy your electricity or your boner pills, right? You advertise because that way you pay the media to shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
If I advertise on Fox 2, then Fox 2 is not going to go. In fact, that happened to Elric, didn't it?
Yep.
He did something on his podcast about DTE. DTE complained, and
working in news, dude. We get the people you always get the calls from, especially DTE. I won't say Consumers is that bad, but DTE would always. They had the biggest PR team. They'd call you.
I bought Pine Knob.
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on in Michigan? This from Donnie Detroit. He put a little together to give him his love. In Michigan, in the last 8 years under Whitmer, we had the lowest increase in household income in the United States, second highest gas taxes in the United States, second lowest increase in the economy in the United States, fifth highest unemployment rate, sixth worst schools, 10th worst personal income, fifth worst for attracting high-tech jobs, 36th for population growth, and 40th for percent with a college degree. Not a good run. Now, I was told there was a focus group. Here, go ahead.
Oh.
Here, this is...
Well, I was just going to say, it follows a pattern. They request a rate increase. The politicians all bitch about it, and then they approve it. It's just performative. They bitch. Well, we don't really have a choice. They're the only game in town.
Yeah.
What are we going to do without them?
And everything's horrible. We got like the highest rates, the worst reliability, some of the slowest times to turn the power back on.
Mm-hmm.
We're number 4 in federal disaster relief. Okay, it's Florida, Texas, Louisiana that gets smoked with hurricanes. And then us.
How's that?
We don't have hurricanes.
California's got to be on
California with the wildfires and stuff, and we're collecting more money. It's because our power keeps going out and we're faking it.
It's crazy.
All right, so this comes from a Politico. I'm going to leave the bases out. But they're conducting a focus group for women over 40. Okay? Now, one woman in this focus group said how much she likes Gretchen Whitmer because she's so transparent. Another woman responded, I'm going to disagree with you. She lied during COVID. She put people who were infected into old folks' homes. I follow Charlie LeDuff. You should look him up.
Oh, wow. That was in a focus group? Oh, my God.
Because it's not transparent. And we got more, don't we?
Somebody's head blew up when she said that.
We got more because that whole... We got 15,000 pages of documents and AI's... We got new people in with it. It's not that simple, but it was all a hoax and a lie and a misdirection. Yeah. No science, no data, and a lot of money missing. That's the facts, right? There's no transparency, ma'am. You're being fooled by the fake media who, during COVID, if you remember, they were more interested in being able to sit there with their masks on 6 feet apart and just write whatever she told you. And it wasn't true. And your generation knows it. You guys lived it, right, Claude? Man, they robbed you. Were you guys sitting there going, I don't know why we can't go back to school. Nobody's dying. No kid. Answer, because they can't hear you.
Well, I liked it because I just sleep in all day. It's pretty nice.
Well, didn't you have to do screen time?
Yeah, but
How'd you get around it?
I wouldn't turn my camera on, and I would just I'd have my computer on my bed, and I would just kind of listen for my name. Other than that, I just kind of hung out.
How was gym class?
Well, gym class, I did have a gym class online. And the assignment, we had to send photos of us doing workouts.
Weird, creepy.
Yeah. So I would just send the same 2 photos of me in the up position of a push-up and then a down position, and I would just repeat the 2 same photos every time. And I think the teachers probably didn't care enough to really do anything about it.
They didn't care.
The teachers are turning off their cameras when they're talking to their bosses.
Yeah.
Too, so.
Yeah, Claudette got behind him. We're like, oh, come on, we gotta catch up. 15 assignments behind. I couldn't even use the portal. Didn't make any sense to me. And it was a book report on Hemingway. What was it, like Farewell to Arms or something? Yeah. I'm like, okay, we can do it. We can knock this out. So, I helped my daughter.
Yeah, doing the report probably wasn't that. It was uploading it and working the system that was the challenge. Probably.
I was helping my daughter, all right? And she got a C. I don't think the teacher read it. Or they weren't looking for individual thought, right? They want, because they were as fucked up as the kids were. Like, just everybody get in line. Let's just live this as best we can. Just do ABC like I told you, and we'll all call it a career.
You know, back on the topic of gym class, I had swim during COVID, which is not safe at all if you're thinking in terms of like quarantining and social distancing, because we're all in the pool, and the way we would social distance is one person's on each end of the pool, and you still swim past each other, but we also had the like hybrid schedule, one day in online, one day in person, and we also had to do like time lapses of us working out if we weren't swimming. So
That is so weird.
I also submitted the same time lapses because nobody cared. I mean,
I didn't know any of that. What a horrible parent. Really? That's what they did. And again, what was it for? Because people were dying. So people were dying in mass. And they were basically old people. And just in case you were going to go see grandma, they didn't want you passing anything on to her. So they took infected grandma and put her in the same building with healthy grandma. Tell me, okay, now I didn't grow up on a screen, high tech. Tell me the logic in that.
There is none.
Yeah. Maybe you should be in a over 40 women's focus group. Like there's no logic. You're not being transparent about anything.
I think what we're going to find out is every time you saw an official use the phrase science and data, this was not a statement of fact. This was an incantation. Okay? This was a make it go away. Science and data. Don't worry about it. This is an incantation to summon the forces of we don't care. You know what I mean? This was
tyranny.
Exactly.
It was tyranny. We were doing this show, and before COVID, we were rocking. It was like really growing. And then I would do stories about the nursing home data. All of it was fake. And then I started getting shadow banned for COVID denying. And I'm like, misinformation on COVID. I'm like, no, Mike's just actually the information. Mm-hmm. Data. We got data. You know what I mean? I'm suing them. And then 2020 came along, and I was captain of an absentee counting board in Detroit. And then it came out that 150,000 fake ballots, counterfeit ballots, were shipped into Old Cobo Hall that morning. Didn't happen. Didn't happen at all. So I wrote, it didn't happen. That's fake news. That's the truth. I'm trying to get rid of the misinformation because it still exists. I don't know. You could have swung the election. Okay. Show me some proof. But I'm telling you, 150,000 physical ballots did not come in the door at 4 a.m. I was there. Some photographs, etc. Shadow banned. Election denying. I'm like, no. What the fuck is going on? No, it's the truth. And even one of the right-wing guys, what was his name? God rest his soul, died of COVID. He died of COVID. And to correct the record, it was Bill. And Bill got one of the shots, but not the second shot, right? And then the media was mocking him. So he was a member of the board of canvassers, right? 2 Democrats, 2 Republicans. He's like, hold up. We're not sure this is on the up and up. He was a good guy, and he was honest with me. He came on my show, and I'm like, Bill, you were there. 150,000 ballots didn't come in. He goes, no, they didn't. Very brave of him. Then he died of COVID, and the media mocked him.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. So that's the history, Ken. Maybe I should take that 9th grade journalism class. Because this shit isn't easy. Okay. Just real quick here, what we got here? Okay. Dan Gilbert's starting to sell his buildings downtown.
Oh.
Cranes reports that this is a good thing, that, quote, it represents a turning point for downtown Detroit, perhaps one toward a more normal and healthy downtown. Meaning one man doesn't own all the buildings.
Are they saying that that's not healthy? The one guy owning all the buildings isn't healthy?
Right.
Who's putting that out there? Because they were fine with it.
Could this be that that portfolio's bunk? Could it be, because again, Ken, we're going around, that skyscraper's empty. Renaissance Center's empty. 4 floors in the new Hudson's Tower. It doesn't have walls. Where is everybody?
That's a good question.
I had a buddy sells real estate down here. And he was taking some Chinese clients around. They got money. And the fake number is it's 95% occupied down here. So this was the middle of the lunch hour. And the Chinese businessman said, 97% occupied. Where's all the people? That's why those people have taken over the world,
Right.
man. They're very smart, very clever people.
Well, they know that their government pulls stuff like that. They have entire cities that they say are full, and there's no one in them. So this guy knows that trick already.
That's why they're trying to pull their money. And I'm like, we're back at Potomkin Village again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I don't know about that. The GM sign came. So we did the story like Renaissance Center's now a vault locked out.
Yep.
Right?
Public not welcome.
And nobody followed up on that. What did they do last Friday, Ken?
They all ran a story about how GM took their sign off the Ren Center and replaced it with the Marriott sign. Well, the Ren Center replaced it. That's the big news. The sign. Not that the public's not welcome in there anymore.
Or this is the auto capital. This is Motown. GM, not a good corporate citizen. They're taking billions in tax breaks, promising to keep jobs here, moving out of the Renaissance Center. The newspapers didn't report on the fact that the Factory Zero, the electric car plant that straddles Hamtramck in Detroit, half the workers are just laid off, and the other half have been idle for a month.
All right.
Well, they try to figure out what to do with the Flying Dutchman electric vehicle fleet of theirs. I mean, Jay Murray wrote about that.
Yeah.
I mean, what a boondoggle, man.
Well, looks like Factory Zero is going to be just zero.
Yes. What are we going to do? Oh, we can go across the Gordie Howe Bridge. This wasn't reported to you folks. Canada. At the price they're going to charge for tolls, at the amount of money it costs to finance the debt, that thing is 300% over budget. Long story short, the life on this bridge is 100, 125 years. You'll never pay it off. So I did the math. Just to subsidize that bridge, $250 million a year, forever, is fully one out of every $14,000 created in Canada, the gross domestic product. Now we're going from the Arctic Circle to Ontario, from Halifax to Vancouver. This is a country and it's a continent. One out of every $14,000 goes to financing the bridge.
Jeez.
Okay, so I'm not against infrastructure and et cetera, et cetera. It just, all these idiots, it doesn't make any financial sense. Bridge traffic's going down. Why? Because the auto industry is moving south, right? To the Sun Belt and to Mexico. That's why. What did they do to you? But go ahead. It's got great lights and a bike lane. What do you want from me?
It's got a bike lane.
It's got a fucking bike lane.
I'm going to bike to Canada. Just
to Windsor.
Yeah.
You know, not exactly the Adirondacks. You know, the Cascade Range, you know, or Malibu. It's Windsor, bro.
Oh.
I don't know. Okay, finally I got a media report because it started here. And we just been wondering. It's our alma mater, Fox 2.
Right. Good old Fox 2.
God, back when we were there, man, that place was rocking.
It was insane, man.
Had the highest ratings of any Fox property in America. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we were doing crazy
He's
shit.
the jewel of the Fox empire.
Dana Hahn, she was like just the greatest TV mind I ever knew.
She knew talent.
Yeah.
She knew talent. And she could pick talent and she could say, put that person on TV and they'll just be good.
And then let them do what they
Yeah.
think they need to do.
Yeah, don't mess with them.
You know, just let me golf Detroit, you know what I mean, or kayak a sewer. This was great. So that, you know, she's the best boss. And then it started going downhill and corporate started getting mad, didn't they? Because of the ratings.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what's going on in Detroit. So here's the update. Deadline Detroit, Alan Langel's concern online, deadlinedetroit.com. Fox 2 anchor Tara Nash's attorney tried unsuccessfully to reverse her firing. Now her desk has been cleaned out. And look at that. He's got an inside photo of the desk being cleaned out. Let's read this. An attorney for Taryn Asher has cleared up the mystery as to why she's been off the air since November. Management had been mum about her absence. Attorney Matthew Turner told Deadline Detroit Monday that Asher was fired in November and that he, quote, spent most of his time trying to get them to realize the error of their ways and bring her back, but they refused, unquote.
Sorry.
Why are you laughing?
Because that never works.
Turner's response came after Deadline Detroit asked about her newsroom desk being cleaned out within the past few days. He said it had become clear that Fox 2 was not going to let Asher return, quote, so we finally said, okay, give her all her stuff back, and we're going to proceed to the next step, which is ultimately going to be litigation, unquote. Does that ever work?
Sometimes, but
looks to me
it's
like
expensive. It's expensive.
Looks to me like they paid her out.
They probably paid off her contract. I'm guessing that this was a. I mean, I was surprised when I read the lawyer said she was fired. She admit, like, normally they never admit that. Differences, creative, different, whatever. But
right, different directions.
But yeah, obviously so back in November she got fired, and they've been trying to. But there's a contract, right? They signed these, and basically the agreement is you don't say anything, we don't say anything, we keep you on the website. You're not welcome in the building, though. She's on the list of people not welcome in the building, so we know something's
So you sign a non-disclosure and then a no-compete.
Well, it's part of your original contract.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all wrapped up in there. It's a clause.
The lawyer said all she asked was that they continue to treat her equally to her male counterpart as they had always done before the change in management. Quote, all of a sudden, she started recognizing that she wasn't getting the same treatment, the same assignments, the same scheduling, and she brought it to their attention. And apparently they didn't like that, he said.
Yeah, I could see how. Yeah, the manner at which she brought it to their attention is probably the reason she got canned. From what I'm hearing is she marched down to the GM's office and just let him have it. And that did not fly with him.
Okay, so now we're falling back on the damsel in distress. Is that what we got going on here? Like the hashtag Me Too, is that what's going on? Because here's the story under the story. The executive director of the Nighttime was given a buyout because of complaints about hostilities.
She's too old school. She held too many people accountable. And she, I'm not saying she wasn't a nice person, but she was a real person.
I worked with her. She's
not dead, by the way. She's still living. She is a real person.
She's top notch.
She's just a good, tough person who will hold you accountable if you fuck up. Yeah.
Right. So Snowflake complains, buyout. Okay, that's a top tier woman. The news director. Now people start complaining about everybody in there. So corporate comes in from Washington, and the news director, female, gets blown out for hostile work environment.
Yeah, basically not doing anything about anything.
Okay, so the riot act is read there.
Mm-hmm.
Two top women. Now your anchor goes.
Well, and your GM too. The GM.
Well, I'm
was
not
also,
done. I'm not
yeah.
done. Then your anchor, also a female, gets blown out, and I'm not being treated fairly. Maybe it was a zero tolerance anymore.
And she was suspended twice for demeaning underlings, demeaning producers.
See, I had never heard of that.
Yeah, she was suspended twice for that. Once last year, and then the latest one happened around the time she got fired back in November. So this was like
time to go.
Second, yeah.
Now the general manager, a guy, because everybody answers to him, he got blown out because that's, they're not having it. They don't want these problems.
His might be ratings related too. It was definitely ratings related. Yeah. Like, Greg Easterly, he drove that station down. That
was like some of the funnest times I ever had. And no to Mayor Kenny over there. I let my contract expire and I walked. I saw it. I'm going. I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm working with my daughter. I'm talking to her.
Friend.
And I'm working with a guy remaking himself, and he's at the top of the game. So, I mean, follow your dream.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And don't believe the bullshit. Don't let them poison them. You don't let them bullshit you. Don't let them take your money. Hold them to account. The power company, the auto company, the politicians, the schools, the gym teacher. Whoa. If we don't do it, who's going to do it? I'm not going out like this. We good? Got it? See you next week. I'll see you, Mayor Ken, soon.